Hello, everybody. I'm in the wrong color shirt, makes my face turn red. We're going to play some guitar tonight. Let's do, well, you probably have already done this, but run over to Denver Guitar Orchestra and get the sheet music. And also, while you're there, make sure you signed up for the email list so that when we're getting ready to move into fall programming, and you will get to be the first to know what's going on. And we have a new song coming out, which is very exciting. I haven't done that in a couple of weeks, so we need to make sure you are on the list to get it first. Let's see what else is going on. Tonight we are playing books 1, 2, well, not book 1. Book 1 we will have put off till September, till after Labor Day. And so September 7th, I think, so that's a week from now. We'll start book 1 again. And then tonight, book 2, Go Tell Aunt Rhody. And then we'll look at Hokey Pokey, which you know you want to play. Book 3, Ash Grove, Beautiful Dreamer, and Brahm's Lullaby, all really lovely tunes. And then on the classical side, we've got, we're wrapping up Land of the Silver Birch, and we have a new Waltz by Carulli, which is lovely. It's a really nice piece of music. So excited about tonight. Let's take a look at whether the link was working properly, and that will let me know if people can come visit or not. And it does. All right, perfect. And I'll put this on Twitter for no reason. https Denver. Did I say the website? Denver Guitar Orchestra.com. Last night we had an orchestra officially, and we sounded pretty darn good. I'm sort of amazed how good we are sounding already, and you know, we've been away from this for quite some time, and I didn't do that right. I didn't put the. I'm going to delete that tweet. Delete. We just started meeting again for the first time in a long time, and we already sound really, really good. And so hopefully you're joining us and having fun with that. All right, let me try this again. Control V. No. It didn't work at all. https Denver Guitar Orchestra.com. Basic plan around here is to get you to another level of guitar playing through various methods. For me, I'm working on becoming a better classical guitar player, but the general program is about playing fingerstyle, which is essentially classical music with way better songs. The classical songs are fine; they're really lovely, they're very, very good, but it's not the kind of stuff you probably have on when you're driving down the road. Maybe it is. The nice part about these tunes is I'm over at school, I play tunes that are really, really, really unpleasant to listen to. And here we get to play lovely songs. So let's grab, I'm going to pull up our playlist here. Let's grab Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Let's finish poor Aunt Rhody out. And well, I guess not I guess Aunt Rhody's fine. It's the duck that's got the problem. The goose. Is it a goose or a duck? The old gray goose. Yes, the goose is dead. Very sad. All right. Hey, Vic and Linda are in there, part of our orchestra. They are as legit as they come. Good to see you guys both. Sound is good, she says. Here and ready. It's 21, 7 degrees. Lovely day. Looking forward to a walk after class. Very nice. See, Linda's living her best life right now. We have a city that is filled with smoke. He said that they would blow out some tonight. It has been so hot and so unpleasant, and I feel like I'm living in a toxic environment, some sort of dystopian universe here. And sitting down to just play Go Tell Aunt Rhody feels really important right about now. All right. First, I want to. We're going to sing. We got to find our first note. Go, go. That's our first note. And then I'm a terrible singer. You guys know that. And then we will play through the melody, and then we'll play through the tough act. So from the top, just the chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go tell Aunt Rhody, oh, go tell Aunt Rhody, oh, go tell Aunt Rhody, the old gray goose is dead. Okay, if you're if you're cool, you're hammering this out, right? Go tell Aunt Rhody, oh, go tell Aunt Rhody. That's if you're cool. I'm not cool. I think just grabbing the claw and keeping it peaceful and sad. Let's go through it one time doing an arpeggio pattern. Take this hand, but if it's a C chord, you're going to use thumb, index, middle, ring on strings 5, 4, 3, 2. And if it's a G chord, you're going to use the same fingers but on strings 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, ready, play. Go tell Aunt Rhody. Whoops, I changed chords for no reason. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go tell Aunt Rhody, oh, go tell Aunt Rhody, go tell Aunt Rhody, the old gray goose is dead. Now, doesn't that sound nice? Even though you're singing about a dead goose and poor Aunt Rhody, but Aunt Rhody is a classic learning. It is a classic learning song. You think about, we've got it in C and G, which are very hard chords. I wanted to make the song as hard as possible, to be honest. But boy, it just works. Wonderful melody. The chords make sense, and when you're playing the tough act, you'll see how nicely everything lays in. It's really a wonderful song to learn how to play any instrument, probably. And I do think I'm sure that somebody's gone through and cheered up the words a little bit. It is kind of a brutal message in this one. All right, from the top on the melody, let's play through the melody twice. So play down through measure 8, come back to the top, play down to the end, skipping measure 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give this finger a little wiggle when you get to the end to make it sound prettier. All right, and then finally the tough acts. Okay, so grab your C chord. We'll go pretty slow the first time, and then we'll play it a second time just to double check, just give you a chance to fix any errors you might have made. Okay, C chord, strum. 1, 2, ready, play. Pinky. C chord, pinky, pinky, I got worse as I went along. Yeah, so that's a little bit of everything. Every single thing on this piece of paper is coming up in your real guitar life. So it's a really wonderful piece to like Vic says, to learn on, to get your G chord and your C chord together. And that C, the business of the C chord, where sometimes we're going to also play the pinky finger on the second string and sometimes on the first string. That comes up a lot in fingerstyle guitar. So just know that you're not wasting your time working on a song like that. All right, beautiful. Let's take a look at this coming week's song, Hokey Pokey. It's everybody's favorite song. This is a dumb song, by the way. But again, C and G7, right? So C chord and that G7, just drop your index finger down and move your other two fingers up. And then put it back. Okay. Now you'll notice on the tough acts that there's lots of times when you don't need to do a G7 because the melody note is a 0 on the second string. You're never even going to get to the F sharp or E F chord. It's an F. You're never going to get to the F that's hanging out on this first string because the melody note's on the second string. So you won't necessarily need to put the G7 on every time. When you're singing it, you do. And of course, we're going to do that now. And we're only going to do one verse because all of the verses are the same and it's really a goofy song. 1, 2, 3. You put your right hand in. You put your let me get my C chord on. 1, 2, 3. You put your right hand in. You put your right hand out. You put your right hand in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. And then, how many more times? 8 times, 10 times, 9 times, 7, 8, 7 times. I had 7 verses on here. That's 6.5 too many. So yeah, so there you go. There's your opportunity. That's good. So work on the real thing there is getting comfy with C to G7 to C. That's the real business there, because again, that's going to come up a lot. Next, let's take a look at the melody. Whenever we talk about melody, we look at 2 things. One, should we be playing it with chord shapes or should we be playing it with position? And with this song, it looks pretty straightforward. It should be positionally played. You got a lot of 1s, a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s, and nothing else, right? So you're almost certainly going to just be playing this in first position. And be thinking about when you're attacking your strings in this shape, that try not to be pressing super hard with your thumb. Obviously, you'd like your index finger on the 1, middle finger on the 2, ring finger on the 3, pinky on the 4. There are no 4s, so you don't even need to use your pinky on this. But get yourself a nice sort of comfy grip that could use your pinky on the 4, and then just try not to over press on your thumb. When you get in a panic, we tend to really push real hard on the thumb, and you don't need to do that. Right? Just my guitar teacher's been having me just press barely hard enough. If I get the buzz, that's good, right? And then just a teeny tiny bit harder. Honestly, just the weight of your arm alone should be plenty. I'm not even using my thumb. Should be plenty of strength to hold your string down. Metal strings take obviously a little bit more pressing. So I think a couple of you are on metal string guitars, a little bit more pressing, but not a ton. So don't, again, if you're walking away and your thumb is all tired, you're probably pressing too hard. Let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3. one of the things that I've been really paying attention to with myself is this over dependence on sheet music. You know how the song goes. Really, all you're looking for is what number do I need, and then really trying to hear yourself play, so that it doesn't sound like. That's what we're kind of trying to avoid. What we're really wanting to do is get that kind of silly, little bit of a swing feel to it. Actually swinging those notes, making the first one a little bit longer than the second one, a little bit longer than it should be, so that I have to shorten up the second one, bum ba dum ba dum, and trying to get that to bounce a little bit. All right. The other thing, not without importance, is that we do have the arpeggio down there on the bottom of these. C chord. 1, 2, 3. You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in, and you shake it all about. Now I did it the opposite way. Dun, 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 just because it's silly. And you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. Now, whether you do it with the song or not is not really important. You should be taking some time whenever you're working on your chords to do thumb, index, middle, ring, 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 thumb, index, middle, ring. That just gets your fingers to be more independent. And then, of course, coming back, ring, middle, index, thumb, ring, middle, index, thumb. Those little exercises, I don't ever assign them because I think they're very boring, but they are really, really helpful. And so if you spend just a little bit of a time not playing music, but actually just working on a skill set, just sort of isolating it and teaching your fingers the correct way to do it, it's a pretty smart idea to make you a better player. Let's talk quickly about the tough acts. Again, whenever we are going to play tough acts, we start with holding the chord. Is 0 2 0 to get started. So you're going to just move your middle finger down to get that. And now you've got your C chord on, strum 4 strings. Hit the 1, you strum 4 strings. Remember, you're going to move your middle finger here. 0 2 0, and then right back to in your C chord. Move your middle finger here. C chord. 2 0. G7 is the chord, but on tough acts, we don't need to make the G7 because we're not going to be playing that 1. I think we play the 1. Do we play it at all? We don't play it at all. So we never need to make it when we're playing the tough acts version. Put it on your regular G chord in middle and index finger, strum 5 strings. And then your ring finger is going to be your melody friend here because he is going to end up on the 3rd string, which is rare for him, but your ring finger went up on the 3rd string of the 3. You hear that note? We don't use that note a lot in this key, and that's why it's unusual to see it up there. So from measure 4, it's a G chord, 3rd string 3, then lift it back up. Another G chord, no bottom on it. There is making sure your ring finger ends up on the 3rd string rather than the 1st or the 2nd string as usual, and then go on over to measure 7, and now you're only going to play 4 strings. Now I have a chord there, and the only way to get to that chord is to use your middle and ring. So you might start with your middle and ring over at the beginning of measure 4. Or forget the chord, right? So at measure 7, if you're holding this G shape, whoops, hit the chord, hit the 2, and then go to your C. Okay, and so a lot of times I end up talking about, here's how to cheat the system. I was yesterday I was looking up the word Ponticello, I think. Ponticello is the correct word. I think that was the word I was looking up. And it's when you're singing, and you're singing, and then there's a spot where your voice breaks, and then above that you can sing again, right? I can't sing either below or above or at that spot, but opera singers deal with it all the time. And he was talking about different things to deal with that. He says sometimes if the note is right in the middle of your breaking point, maybe don't be quite as exacting on your diction. This is a top level opera singer, and he's like, here, let me show you how to cheat a little. Right? So even they do it. It's okay to fudge a little bit in music, or a lot, or a whole lot in music. All right, so there's Hokey Pokey. Not a great song to work on for the week, but I think getting the C chord and G7 chord is important, and I do think that you're working on getting that da-dun, da-dun, dun, da-dun, da-dun, dun, dun. Keeping it kind of loose and fun is the way to go with that song. All right, there's Hokey Pokey. We're done with that. Whew, done. All right, let's go grab Ash Grove out of Book 3. Book 3. Why is it not there? Didn't we work on it last week? Am I in Book 3? What's going on? Why? Oh, it's ukulele. That's why I'm like, what? That doesn't look right. Done. Let me go get the guitar book. The ukulele book will be of no help to us. Guitar book 3. Ash Grove. Okay, now we're ready. All right, let's see. Yeah, tips. Oh yeah, right. All right, now Ash Grove. We worked on it last week, so let's just hope we can just play straight through it. Again, if you're working on chords, D, E minor, A7, those are coming up in your life a lot, so you might as well make sure you're comfy with those. The other thing down here, measure 14, that B minor, it's an A minor. Slid up with your bar on 2. Okay, that is coming up in your life. When you first start working on it, it sounds like this, and that's fine. Let it sound like that. It does eventually go away. When you're new, or you're not new, and you're still fighting it, just keep fighting it. Comes a day when it's there. The cheat way is index finger on 2, middle finger on 3, ring finger on 4. Don't play the top 2 strings. It's not really cheating. That's beautiful, right? A little bit different voicing on it, but it's absolutely delightful. So ukulele people, that's your E minor, right? Same shape as your B minor. And I think that's really it. Oh, measure 12 if you decide, or 19. Measure 19 if you're playing tough axe. Index finger covers the 10s, middle finger covers the 11, and 12 is way up there. And you got to get around your guitar here if you've got a full bout on here. Okay. That's what we're after. Try to get the 10 on the first string clean. It'll just sound pretty that way. The hard part of this song is the repeats. Remember to play down through 8, come back to 1. Second time, you skip measure 8, you play all the way down to 17. Come back all the way to the top, play down to measure 7, and then at measure 7 you'll see the coda there. You need to jump over to 18. With repeats, you're going to probably do yourself a huge favor by putting tons of highlighter and notes and things in red to help you guide you around here. The song is not in and of itself particularly challenging. Reading the repeats is incredibly challenging. All right, we're going to play it 3 times through. I'm going to play a tough uke or tough axe all 3 times. You can try one time or all 3 times on tough axe. If you want to mix in melody or mix in chords on one of those passes, do it. And so I'm going to play it as written, which will feel like 3 times through mostly. Okay, from the top, in D. Grab your D chord if you're in playing tough. 1, 2. Bong, that's not the note I want. This is the note I want. That's way high. 1, 2. Whoops, still B minor. To the top. Pretty. That's a really pretty song. Let's play it one more time. I didn't play it particularly well. Let's do it one more time. Same thing from the top. 1, 2, 3. It's a 2-beat count in. 1, 2. Oops, I keep blowing it. Last time through. a tune. I like that piece. So there's Ash Grove. Hopefully we're done with that guy for a little while. And then our longer song, Beautiful Dreamer. Let's go pick that one out. We worked on that a little bit last week, if I remember right. Find it. Beautiful Dreamer and guitar. And Brahms. I don't think I have Brahms in here yet. We'll get it. All right, so Beautiful Dreamer. Remember, this was tough and it's long, and so let's play through it and see how we do. And we got it again next week as well. So, actually, is this our first week? This is our first play week, right? So next week we'll have it as well. So let's see how we do. This is long and tough. Let's give it a try. Any way you want to play it. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 15. To 5. Or 13, I should say. Not even close. Here's 17. For the last time. It's really a pleasant song. Everything works. Everything works. It's hard to play, you know. It's really a big piece, but everything really works nice. The only note on my score is in major 55 and 56, rather than just playing a regular A. Right? Play your A with your 5 on the top. Come on, Gary. Working on my pinky posture, and it's not coming along very good. It's a really Vic says it's long, but a great arrangement. It's just long. I don't know if the arrangement is that great. The arrangement was pretty good. It's just a really pleasant song, and it is very long. If you do the whole thing, you're probably never going to play the whole thing, right? You just play the top twice and then the bottom once. Is probably the smart thing to do there to preserve your sanity. But yeah, it's Stephen Foster knew a tiny bit about putting music together back in the day. All right, let's go grab Brahms' Lullaby. Let's take this. After that, this will seem like nothing, but it's. Let's see what we can do with it. Guitar. I'm still putting in Book 3 stuff into this computer, and so give me just a sec. It takes just a jiffy to pull it up. Right. So, Brahms' Lullaby, just exactly the same thing we studied in all of the other classes I teach. This is one of my tunes that I think is just essential. Nice part is E chord, A chord, D chord, and chords are easy here, and so it gives you a chance to sound really good on a guitar. Really good on a guitar. Grab your A chord. We won't run through the melody or the chords. I know that you guys are all quite capable of that. Let's talk about the tough. Okay. Grab your A chord, as always with fingerstyle. Grab your A chord. Remember, try not to push too hard with your thumb. This nice little strum here. Okay, already holding down the 2s. Now this bar chord with the 5, we do it all the time. We've done it all 10 times already tonight. Bar on 2, pinky up on 5. Try to keep your fingers round. That's what I'm working on right now, is not getting my fingers all stretched out crazy. Try to keep them curved. If you need to bring your palm in a little bit closer to the neck, do it. And of course, that also then affects your bar. So find a happy medium. Strum that. E7 chord, 2 on the top, that's your ring finger. That's your E7 chord, but now your pinky's up on 3. This is the hard part of the song, E7 with your pinky on 4. Pinky on 5 again. Okay, we've talked about this a million times, but D chord with your pinky on 5 if you can. In this guitar, I'm almost too big for me to do it. I end up with this ugly looking pinky. So your better choice would be middle, index, middle, and pinky. And that looks a little better. Everything's better rounded. Just means that you're going to have to make some immediate adjustments after that moment. Okay, and then A chord. Measure 11. You're going to put on your E7 at your pinky. A chord. Measure 13. Okay, and then one more time around just for fun. nice. And by the way, those of you guys who are into classical music, Brahm's pretty well known in the classical community. So yeah, so you're really playing classical music when you're playing that. Really nice piece of music, and maybe one of those that you should play every night before bed, just cause. All right, now. That's so for those of you guys that are studying book 1, 2, or 3, you're set for the week. Brahms Lullaby is probably your big thing you can work on, and Hokey Pokey. Now let's talk about the classical songs. Let's go grab Land of the Silver Birch and see how that's going for us. Oh goodness, let's see. We worked on it last week. It's not in the book. It's got to be in here on this side of the thing. Land of the Silver Birch guitar. It says I have it. I do have it. Okay, never mind. I just can't alphabetize. Oh, these are not in alphabetical order. That's why. Let me fix that. There it is. No repeats. One time through. It's a Canadian song, so this is LG's Linda's moment, right? She's the Canadian, so she's officially got to play this better than me. Let's give it a try. Grab your A minor probably to start with, and let's give it a try. 1, it's supposed to be fast. We're going to play it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Butchered that up a little bit. I think I can do better. I think the page turn freaked me out. It must have been the page turn that was the problem. Let's try it one more time. Just grabbing the wrong strings, mostly what I'm doing. Let's try it one more time. And again, it might help to grab the chord, might not on this one. Probably not for the most part. 1, 2, 3, 4. start from 23. You can hear it in there. I like it. Yeah, I like it too. Vic and I are on the same page with this one. I think there's a couple of moments in here where you're like, oh, I don't know if I can go do it that way. So if you're playing along and you're like, you know what, I don't like that note. I'm going to change it to another note. You can do that. The song was written 1920, we think, maybe, in Canada. And so there's right down, I'm trying to think where it is. There's one place where I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't think I'm going to play that note anymore. That's what I like about these level of songs is, you know, you really can't mess around with them and see if you can do something with them. If you tried it as a fingerstyle. Chords in underneath there and strum the heck out of that thing, and I think you'd end up with a really powerful piece of music. It feels maybe I like the pacing. I like the bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum bum bum. I like that part a lot, but it feels a tiny bit anemic. Like it needs a little bit more oomph in it. All right, so there's Land of the Silver Birch. Now. We will move on from that one. This one we may keep for a couple of weeks. Let's go grab this Waltz 241 by Carulli. It is 241 number 1. It is delightful, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. I hope. Let me pull it up here. Anything that says Carcassi, Carulli, or Tarrega, you're just going to have a delightful time with. Okay, so first thing on this, the chords here probably are helpful. For the most part, not all of them, but some of them would be helpful to you. Second thing is pay attention to your repeats here, because it's a little bit of a, it's very classical in nature. 1825 was sort of the end of the classical era, early romantic, but Carulli, kind of the grandfather of guitar, modern guitar, plays very classically in the sense that you're going to repeat first 8 measures, you repeat it again. Then you're going to repeat the next 12 measures, or whatever it is, 8, 9 through 24, and then you'll see DSL fine. So you're going to play first 8 measures, then you're going to play 8 through 16, then you're going to play 17 through 24. When you get done playing all of those twice, then at the end of 24, which is very typical of that music from that era, they will then go back to the top and play the first 2 sections again. Right? It's I don't know why that was a thing, but that is the thing. It comes up all the time. So there's that. With this one, for sure, from this era, this is a claw piece. Okay, so don't try to do it. You could probably get away with it if you were really good, but you really want to just grab your claw, and anything that is on strings 4, 5, or 6 is going to be your thumb, and anything else is going to be part of your claw. And you notice if you look through there, all of the group notes, they already look like, oh yeah, that's part of the chord. Okay, so grab your C chord first. Let's do that first measure. It's just bum. Now I use my ring in middle more than I should probably. You can also use your index in middle. Then you have an open note here. Right now you're holding down a 2, so lift it up. Back to your 3. And then I would just use your pinky to get to that 3. And you can either use middle finger on your right hand, or if you end up using your index finger, it's okay to drop your thumb down to get that, or use your index finger. Either way, whatever works for you is going to be fine there. Now you've got your C chord back on. And then here, just got to remember it's your index finger. And then your C chord's back on here. And so I would use your middle and thumb. 2, 3. That's that fun little thing. Just work on that section till you get it, and then you go to the next section, measure 9 through 16. Notice that your 3 is going to drop all the way down on the 3rd string, and when we're here, that's an F note. So while we are playing a G chord, right, we're really playing a G7, but instead of this F note, we're going to be playing this F note. So grabbing the chord probably isn't particularly helpful here. You just use your ring finger to grab the 3. A minor 7, regular G7, and C chord. Thumb and middle, or thumb and ring to get the 0, 1, and then the 3, O, then take the 3 off, and then C chord again, middle and thumb, 2, 3 to the top, or to measure 9. Isn't that pretty? Just really pretty. And again, chord shapes are going to help you on this one quite a bit. Then, I just realized I've been fighting this thing all night because I don't have my gadget on. I'm like, why is this guitar getting so heavy? Alright, gadget. Alright, finally, measure 17, get an A minor. Grab that. Okay? And you're going to do, again, thumb and your middle finger. Okay? Thumb, index. And then don't grab the chord here, obviously. It's just 3, 1, and 0. And A minor again. A minor. Okay, then go back to 17. Then, okay, so you play that through twice, and then we go back to the top and we'll play sections 1 and 2 just one time then. So go back to your C chord, and then play the 3. Measure 9. it says if there's a rest there. The first time you come through, when the one time that you go from 16 to 17, you might try to put a little rest in there. Just take your left hand and just drop it over. You're playing this C chord, right? You come in there. Just pick up your fingers a little bit early so that you get that rest in there, and then go on to the next thing. But at the end of the song, I wouldn't pay any attention to that rest. When you get to the very end, just let your guitar ring out. Isn't that something? There's only 24 measures there, and they're all C's and G7s, right? Some A minors mixed in there. Not a complicated chord structure, but boy, there's a lot of music in that little space. And if you put some time in on it, you'll end up with a really, really pleasant sounding piece of music, and definitely worth your time. Again, Carulli cannot be beat in my mind. I just think everything he writes is just everything I play with is like, oh, that was really well thought through. So that's how I go with that. Letters is like, nice, heck yeah. So guys, I hope you're doing well. I am, as you can tell, a little, but I'm starting to get settled into the groove of school, so I'm hoping that things will be just starting to smooth out a little bit. Earlier this week I had to cancel classes because of a parking issue, and so all of this goofy stuff is starting to get where it's starting to feel a little more normal, which means I should have a little bit more time to just work with getting guitar arrangements to you guys. Right now I'm obviously most excited about the classical stuff that we're doing, but I also am very excited about the Beatles stuff we're doing on Monday nights or Tuesday nights. It's really, really coming together really well. I'm very excited about what we're doing there. And then I will start using you guys as guinea pigs for some Spanish arrangements that I intend to get started, I intend to have ready for January. And again, those will be trickling in over here. But any Spanish guitar that you ever hear, you're like, yeah, that's what I want to play. And so we're going to start doing some of that now, and we'll end up with a really nice collection of tunes eventually. So hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Linda, get out and go for a walk. Vic, it's very nice you get it. It's very nice. He gets a star. Yeah. Carulli, star, gold star. You're all right. I don't know when he died, but he appreciates that. Yeah. Thanks for being here, Vic. Thanks for being here, Linda. And there's one or two other people that looks like they might be hiding out. It's always hard to tell on my screen whether they're real people or not. But any event, we're just going to keep playing guitar until we all become famous, and that might take a little while, but what else we got going, right? All right, I'll see you guys, probably both of you, for tomorrow's ukulele stuff. Otherwise, I'll see you next week for more guitar. Take care. Have a wonderful night. Peace.